just want to make this clear. White boy, they said you said if you was young girls, you promised you would have been arrested. Whoever wrote that for you put more thought into that.
Tired, trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor.
Oh! Bro, even I got this. Strike a chord. Bro! Minor, a child. A minor.
Bro. Bro, I wonder what like a minor sound like though. Bro, chill, bro. Chill. I'm talking about like the music guitar, like.
Oh, the chord?
Yeah, the chord of a minor. You know what I'm talking about, bro. Like
A minor, bro.
A minor, yeah. Like if that's the name of it, the chord string. Bing.
I can play for you.
Yeah, play it. Let me.
A minor would be. That sounds kind of childish.
Drake is one of those guys that makes the music that, but he's a hybrid.
Y'all, Kendrick Lamar really has the entire industry dancing on Drake's grave. This epic feud between him and Drake is without a doubt the biggest moment in pop culture this year. Well, at least so far. And it's not just hip-hop heads who are buzzing about it. The beef has spilled over into all corners, catching the attention of folks who might not even be big into rap, but can't help but get sucked into this drama. And now the whole rap community is jumping in to give their 2 cents on the matter. Now, as for the internet, if you're a diehard Drake fan, I hate to break it to you, but people are on Kendrick's side. Not only that, but Drake has now become the butt of countless jokes, viral memes, and online challenges, especially after Kendrick reignited those PDF file allegations. I honestly never thought I would see this happen, but Drake is losing the internet, and it's going to be interesting to see how and if he can bounce back from this. All right, let's talk about how Drake and Kendrick's fellow rappers are reacting to this epic beef. First up, we've got 50 Cent. Now, 50's been known to give props to both Kendrick and Drake in the past, but this time around, it seems like 50's just sitting back and soaking in all the drama without really picking a side. So after Drake's diss track Push-Ups leaked, 50 actually gave props to Drake, saying, "All you ninja emojis got smoked by a light-skinned ninja. LOL, y'all better get high as a mother effer and come up with something." But 50 later seemingly challenged the tune, and after Drake dropped Tailor-Made Freestyle, 50 said it would be best to wrap this beef up ASAP before things got ugly. 50 wrote, "Okay, in my professional expert opinion on this matter, leave this man alone. I've seen this movie before. It will not end well. You disagree? Okay. Then where is your ish at, boy?" Now moving on, we've got none other than 50's sworn enemy Rick Ross. And unlike 50, Ross is not playing it safe and sitting on the fence. He's proudly declaring himself as part of Team K. So after Drake dropped the track The Heart Part 6 as a final attempt to get an upper hand in the feud with Kendrick, one of the first to respond was Rick Ross, Drake's friend turned enemy. Now to give you some background, Drake and Ross used to be as tight as can be, collaborating on hit after hit, but things hit a rough patch between 2015 and 2017, mainly because of Drake's beef with Meek Mill, who just so happens to be signed to Ross's label. Tensions were high to say the least, but fast forward to 2017 and Ross spilled the beans, revealing that he and Drake had a heart-to-heart and patched things up.
Actually sitting down with Drake, it was really just
bosses having a conversation.
Yeah, we wasn't even discussing anything negative, because by the time we get in the room, there's so much other things going on that is already, let's get on some money. You feel me? But I had to just make sure we sat down to have some sort of understanding.
But fast forward to now, and the beef is sizzling hot once again. So apparently, Drake caught wind of Ross unfollowing him on Instagram. Oh no! Right after Metro Boomin and Future dropped their fresh collab project, We Don't Trust You, Ross made an appearance on several tracks that take shots at Drake, and Drizzy wasn't too thrilled about it. So he came out swinging with a diss track of his own called Push-Ups, dropping Give Me 50, taking jabs at Rose's age, and even questioning his ability to make hits without Drake's help. Drake raps, "Can't believe he jumping in. This man turning 50. Every song that made it on the chart he got from Drizzy. But Ross wasted no time clapping back and he dropped Champagne Moments, where he brings up those long-standing ghostwriting rumors about Drake, and even brings up Drake's alleged plastic surgery, including a nose job and a BBL. And thanks to Ross, Drake has now earned himself a new nickname, BBL Drizzy. What came next was a classic Drake move. He decided to bring the drama to Instagram and share a screenshot of texts between him and his mom Sandy, where they're having a laugh about those nose job rumors. But Drake doesn't stop there. He goes on to accuse Ross of being racist and even hints that maybe he's not all there, blaming it on the diabetes medication Mounjaro. Drake's mom texted him saying, "Obs, the internet is saying you got a nose job? You look the same to me in the kitchen today. I can't believe you'd get one without me, cause you know I always wanted one. Don't tell me that you got tattoos without me and now this too?" Drake then responded with a bunch of laughing emojis saying, "I would have got us a 2-for-1 deal if I went, ma." It's coming from Rick Ross, the guy I did songs with. He's gone loopy off of the Mounjaro. He hasn't eaten in days and it's turned him angry and he's performing at proms for money. It's bad. Don't worry, we'll handle it. Drake also tagged Ross in the story and wrote, "You're one nosy goof." But Ross wasn't even fazed by Drake's Instagram antics. If anything, he seemed to be enjoying himself way too much with all this back and forth. And without skipping a beat, he fired back with a video in his stories, straight up clowning Drake for putting those texts from his mom out there for the world to see. Oh, and he also gave Drizzy a few nicknames: Cupcake Drake, White Boy, and Big Nose.
Oh, it's such a beautiful day. Me waking up from a nap, I just realized BBL Drizzy called his mommy on me. He shared their text messages between each other. Cupcake Drake, tell your mama you stayed out past your curfew, white boy. You wanted to hang at the park with the smoke with the while we washed our old school Chevys. White boy, you got a Chevy, white boy? I doubt it. But anyway, big nose. Big nose. Boy, you had 25% body fat with a carved out 6-piece. Stop. We know what time it is. 40 bands. Stop. But tell your mama, well, in Miami, we say old girl. Tell your old girl she a beautiful lady. I told you that before and I meant that. But you tell your mama, white boy, you stayed out at the park too late. And you can't call her when you get in this. It's deep to call your mama, white boy.
And now that Kendrick has completely demolished Drake in their lyrical sparring match, you can bet Ross is having an absolute blast clowning Drizzy. After Kendrick put Drake's Ozempic prescription on the cover art for his diss track Meet the Grams, Ross couldn't wait to chime in about BBL Drizzy getting exposed.
Damn, white boy. Kendrick done bust you in the head before y'all even finished the publishing splits.
And then when Kendrick delivered the knockout blow with Not Like Us, which is already a certified summer bop, Ross wasted no time jumping on Instagram to troll BBL Drizzy. Just minutes after Not Like Us dropped, Rosé shared a video from a pool party in Vegas blasting Kendrick's diss track.
I'm at the pool party. BBL Drizzy, I'm at the pool party. And they just called you a petty. They back it up at the party.
But Ross didn't end it there. He also had some words about Drake trying to shut down those PDF file accusations on The Heart Part 6.
I just want to make this clear. White boy, they said you said if you was girls, you promised you would have been arrested. Whoever wrote that for you put more thought into that. White boy, it's your writers. Whatever message you translated to them, that wasn't the way they were supposed to do that. And as a writer, when it come to you gotta remove yourself from that. White boy, that wasn't the line right there.
Next up, we have the D.O.G.G., who had something to say about Drake using his and Tupac's AI-generated voice to diss Kendrick. Drake's diss track, Tailor-Made Freestyle, includes an AI-generated feature from Snoop and Pac. Pac's AI voice raps, "They told me the spirit of Machiavelli is alive and a ninja under 5'5", so it's gotta be you. I would beef the whole effing game. It was me and Snoop Dogg, had my effing shirt off in the House of Blues. K, you gotta F this ninja girl. He gotta get a beat. All that ish about burning tattoos, he is not amused." And then there's an AI verse from Snoop where Drake uses Snoop's voice to taunt Kendrick. "You gotta show this Owl who's boss on the West. Now's the time to really make a power move, because right now it's looking like you're writing out the game plan on how to lose, how to bark up the wrong tree and get your head popped in a crowded room. World is watching this chess game, but are you out of moves? Dot, you know that the DOG never effing doubted you. Now, Tupac's estate and family didn't react well to Drake pulling his lame stunt and using Pac to diss Kendrick of all people. In fact, Pac's estate threatened legal action against Drake and forced him to pull Tailor-Made Freestyle from his X and Instagram accounts. Howard E. King, the lawyer for the Tupac Shakur estate, called Tailor-Made Freestyle a flagrant violation of Tupac's publicity and the estate's legal right, and a blatant use of the legacy of one of the greatest hip-hop artists of all time. King also added the estate would never have given its approval for this use. The unauthorized, equally dismaying use of Tupac's voice against Kendrick Lamar, a good friend to the estate who has given nothing but respect to Tupac and his legacy publicly and privately, compounds the insult. Tupac's brother Mo Preem also blasted Drake for using Pac's AI-generated voice to diss Kendrick instead of responding directly.
But the question was about AI, and just because you can do something, that doesn't mean you should do something. Me personally, I'm from the old school, Queens, New York, Jamaica. That's why I got my bones. You know what I mean? So the way we battle rap, because, from what I understand, it's a battle. If it's a battle, it should be mano y mano. At my humble opinion, it should be mano y mano, skill against skill, flow against flow. When you put AI into the game, you make sure balance.
Now, as for Snoop, he had a slightly different reaction to Drake using his AI voice to diss Kendrick. And Snoop said, "Leave me out of this ish."
They did what? When? How? Are you sure? Y'all have a good night. And to all. Right off, everybody calling my phone, blowing me up. What the happened? What's going on? I'm going back to bed. Good night.
Next up, we've got Meek Mill. And listen, Meek is probably happy that his Kendrick/Drake drama took the public's attention off him and those Diddy rumors. Meek made sure not to pick any sides, and he praised both Drizzy and Dot, saying, "My PR has been off for a year or two, so they mutating my name, but when I'm gone, they will give it up. I'ma just keep grinding. The boy and Kendrick have their own lanes and qualities they great at also." Moving on, we've got none other than Mr. Suge Knight, who gave Kendrick props for out-dissing Drake, but also had something to say about Kendrick, seemingly implying that Drake is not fully black. Now, I have no clue how Suge got a phone in prison, but this man tweeted, "Round 1 goes to Kendrick Lamar." But youngin', let's stop saying light-skinned people aren't black, cause the police think otherwise. Black is black. That creates division amongst ourselves, and I with that. But fans were quick to correct Suge and explain that Kendrick never took shots at Drake for being light-skinned, but for wearing Black American culture like a costume. Again, this is not about Drake being biracial, one fan said. Rather, Drake has not been part of black culture. One could argue that Wayne, Ross, Future, and hip-hop at large give him that legitimacy. If one peels back the curtains, who was Drake culturally before hip-hop? And someone else added, this is not about being biracial, more about how Drake associates as being Black American rather than identifying as one. He often mocks Black American culture rather than identifying with us. And finally, we saved the best for last. And by best, I mean the most hilarious, unhinged response to Drake's disses, courtesy of Metro Boomin. After Drake took shots at Metro multiple times over the past few weeks, Metro decided to respond with the first ever distrumental. He released the BBL Drizzy beat and challenged fans to rap over it, with the winner earning a free beat. Metro shared the beat on X and said, "Best verse over this gets a free beat. Just upload your song and hashtag." The challenge has now spawned countless reactions, and it's unlike anything we've ever before seen in rap beefs. But now it's your turn. With the beef between Kendrick and Drake simmering down, who do you think took the crown and why? And what's your take on the whole internet roasting BBL Drizzy? Drop your thoughts in the comments and make sure you stick around for this next video.